We'll get started. Okay, we're recording. So what I'm saying is that even though this is the warm up, this is kind of part of the larger arrangement. So everything that we're going to do today is all underwater creatures. So they can be part of, like, we're going to draw like the whole underwater scene, little by little, piece by piece. There's not going to be any overlaps. So just try to get one sheet of paper and imagine that the whole thing is underwater. Like the whole thing is an ocean scene. It's not like in a fish tank. It's actually the ocean. So the whole paper will be like that. And then we're going to like slowly just add different fish, different shrimp. We've got jellyfish. We've got crabs. We've got seahorses. And we're just going to see how many bubbles and creatures and pufferfish we can add in like 1 hour. So we're going to go slow and steady. If you guys have any questions, please, please feel free to talk. Just make sure you mute yourself if you finish talking. Just like unmute yourself, say, ask your question and mute it back again. Only because it's like everybody can get loud. All right, let's try this. Does everybody have their pencils? Oh, you can also use color. You can use full color on this. I'm going to use this blue paper because it feels like it's underwater, but you can use, I'll probably go back and forth. So you can use any kind of paper you want. All right, so this is the idea. The theme is this fish. So there's this fish, and this fish is so similar to this fish. And this fish is so similar to that fish. So the thing is that we're going to get to draw it 3 times. And then we can find out what are the very subtle differences with each one. Are you guys ready to start this? Let's do it. All right. So the whole body of the fish, I'm going to do the guy with the mouth open. This guy's got a mouth open. His eyes are looking down. This guy's got his mouth closed. His eyes are looking up. This guy has a smile, but seems to be swimming with his eyes closed. That doesn't seem very safe, but that's all right. All right. So I'm going to start with a circle, because that's how like a lot of things usually start. So I'm going to start with a circle, and that circle is going to determine how big the whole rest of the fish is, because you can tell how big the head is compared to the tail. And on the different fish, they have different size heads versus the size of their tail. And so in one way, I won't do this, but I was going to say this guy's the biggest fish, and then these two are almost the same size. Maybe this is the biggest, second biggest, and third, but they're so close together. So remember how big that circle is, because we're going to kind of repeat it when we draw the other ones. All right, so then I like to start from the head and then go back down the neck and travel down the spine into the tip of the tail. So I know it's a cartoon. This is like kind of Saturday morning cartoon drawing, but it's still good to know that, and these artists do think about naming the parts. So the spine comes down through the through its back, and it ends up into the tip of the tail. Then we can come down through the chin, and then through his belly, which is probably softer, the bottom of the rib cage, and then it's going to kick up into this tip of the tail. Now we can kind of, maybe we should separate the head from the body. It's not going to be the same circle. I'm going to say that so I erase that line, and that's what erasers are for. Erasers are like, very helpful. It's not like you made a mistake by drawing that circle. You just don't need that line anymore. It's like different. Like if you make a mistake, that's one thing. If you don't need a line because, it's better for your drawing to not have it, that's just part of drawing. Okay, so I'm going to do this first stripe here, and it's going to take 2 lines to get the stripe. And we might as well just like put these little horizontal marks in here. And that's how you can tell that the stripe is either a different color or a different shade. Let's make him look like a fish. He's got a smile. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to get excited, but the shape of his body and his tail is almost the exact same shape as his smile. So that's what's called shape association. You don't have to know that big word, but when one shape looks like something else and it's a completely different thing, that's usually a sign of a good drawing. So this mouth is like the same shape as the entire body. And so it's that, and it's repeated, except one's the body and one's the mouth. Okay, it's a cartoon, so you can put this eye almost anywhere. I like to draw the outside of the eye and then add the pupil on the inside. Guys, if you wanted to add the pupil with its highlight and then draw the outside of the eye second, that's fine. There's not like really an order that you have to follow. And depending on the day, depending on the eye, depending on my mood, depending on what I feel like needs to happen next, I'll draw it however I want, in whatever order I want. And he's got a little bit of an eyebrow. And that little eyebrow on the top, I think, actually makes him look pretty happy. It's amazing, like these little teeny details in the right place with like the right, eyebrow. Apparently, eyebrows demonstrate your mood. If you flex your eyebrows and make them straight, like you'll probably evoke a very different emotion. Yeah, you can raise your hand. You can talk. What's up? You have a question?
I gave mine a different eye style.
That's so good.
I have a YouTube channel for art.
So I encourage everybody, if you have a way you'd rather sketch this, sketch it based on what you think. If you know how to do eyes a better way, watch this. I can even add some eyelashes, even though fish don't have eyelashes. Eyelashes are for like land creatures because there's like particles in the atmosphere and they fall downwards. So our eyelashes are bigger at the top of our eyelids because dust falls down because of gravity. So that's why our eyelashes on the bottom. Now, dust gets kicked up from below, which is why we have eyelashes on the bottom of our eyes too. But the hairs on our eyelashes are there to keep dust out. And if you've ever had anything stuck in your eye, you know that you have to flutter your eyes. And then if something actually still gets in your eye, we have a built-in flushing system of our tear duct. We have a gland in our eye that releases water. Obviously, since fish are always underwater, they don't need to have that gland. Okay, so the fins are kind of explanatory. There's a dorsal fin at the top, which looks like it's a, you could make it a little pointy. You've got two little they almost look like arms for our purposes. Little teardrop shapes. Those are kind of fun. And then they're a little bigger. There's the tail fins, which are a little bit bigger than the arm fins. And they make this hilarious little movement. Can you see how the artist puts these little accents on the outside, making it look like they're fluttering? It's so funny.
And look at that little heart tail.
Yeah.
How cute is the heart?
Making movement in your pictures is really one of the most fun things about art, and like, I wouldn't say challenging. It's just there's a lot of techniques to make it seem like there's movement. Because if you look at a drawing, nothing's moving. It's like everything's perfectly still. So how do you create the suggestion that there's movement? That's what those little marks are. We'll go this side. Oh, I added more when I probably shouldn't have. So we got one stripe, two stripes in the middle, and then three stripes concluding that tail. I mean, that's like the cutest, happiest fish I've maybe not ever done. I've drawn some cute fish, but it's pretty cute. And it should put you in a good mood. If you if you put yourself in a good mood as you're drawing, I know it sounds weird, but it comes through in the drawing. Like whatever your mood, you can infuse your mood into your art. That's very real. It's not always easy. And even when you're not in a good mood, sometimes it comes through, even if you're trying to draw something happy. Oh, sorry, my best.
Well, Trevor,
mm-hmm.
The little heart tail immediately made me think of all the people I love.
That's sweet. Yeah, well, bring that energy into the picture. So that fish, guys, was easy. Now, the idea is that we have two other fish to do, and we have to follow kind of the same rules in order for there to be like essentially a family. I mean, we've got kind of a family going, and I didn't notice this before, but I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I think there's a fourth one down here that's like swimming in the coral. So that's kind of interesting. So I don't know if we have, how fast do you think we can draw these? All right, I'm going to try and go not too fast, but I'm going to try and draw. Should we try and draw two at the same time? This will be the challenge. So follow me here. Let's do one circle. And then next to it, we'll do a second circle. So this is what I mean by drawing two at the same time. So we got one circle, two circles. Then this one will go spine into the tip of the tail. And then we'll do spine into the tip of the tail. Oh, these guys are going to be twins. I can tell already they're going to be twins. All right, so then we're going to go belly into the tip of the tail. And we're going to come through the bottom of the chin into the belly, curl up into the tip of the tail. And this is the point where it's like, whatever you think is easiest, kind of do it. I mean, I was like, Stacy was talking about the heart shape tip of the tail. And I'm like, well, that's on the, it's on the tip of my tongue, or it's like I'm thinking about it. So let's just do that because it feels easy. All right, two heart-shaped tails. Now, one of the eyes is closed. That one's easy. It's just like a U shape with, oh my gosh, she did give him eyelashes. I was joking before, but she gave him eyelashes because it looks like the eye is closed. There's just something about, that when eyes are closed, showing the eyelashes really makes it feel like it's I don't think it feels like it's asleep, but his eyes definitely closed. I don't even think fish can close their eyes.
For my eyebrows in the first one, I did like.
I almost forgot about the eyebrows. What was that, Patrick?
For the first fish, for the eyebrows, I did this.
Nice. Well, that's what you could do. You could change your eyebrows for some of these. That looks good. All right. So this guy's got maybe you could make one frowning. This isn't like a sad frown. This is like a I'm sleepy frown. And then we'll do an eye on this side. This guy's looking up. So his pupil in the highlight looks up. He's got a smile. And I might even give him a crease, a little smile crease in the corner of his mouth. Again, we can make these our own. I just thought of a shortcut, actually. What if you took the circle for the eye and just made that the start of the stripe? Does that look good or does it not? I don't know. I was thinking it was a shortcut. Maybe it just makes it look like it looks like a whale or something, or a tadpole. Yeah, the fish definitively have like almost like noses, and this guy does not have a point. His face is too rounded. He looks like Thomas the Train because his face is flat. Anyway, just because your drawings don't turn out, like we're gonna have so many more times to draw, and it's only like quarter after. We've been drawing for 15 minutes. What if I cut it off here? All right, that looks like a good family. Whoa, I just thought of something else too. All right, let's try this. There's going to be the dorsal fin that's at the top. It's got a couple stripes at the peak. Dorsal fin at the top, couple stripes at the peak. These two little, it doesn't, I mean, I know that the fins at the bottom of the belly are moving, but I feel like they wouldn't do very much. They look really flimsy. 1, 2. Okay, this next one, I think you guys are gonna love. The next set, I should say. And the next set looks like it's hard, but it's actually easier. If you've been able to draw these fish, the next set of fish you're gonna be able to draw. What's that, Stace?
What is that toward the back of the tail? Is that another fin?
It's another fin that they left out on the top one. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Trev, look at Zoe's. Hold it back up, Zoe.
Let's see.
Sorry,
Zoe.
I got so wrapped up in my drawing because I like to draw more than most humans. Can you move it a little closer? Oh, color
that
too.
really, really still.
You made them nice and
Nice.
long. I wish mine were longer.
Happy fish.
Good job, dude. Way to go. If anybody else has used color, I'd love to see it because I might have to switch over. That's the big smile, bro. Yes. That's it. These are fun. These are super fun. So everybody, I'm really happy.
Patrick, hold that nice and still.
I choose subjects that are inspiring to me. And
Thank
it always
you.
makes me happy when it seems like it's translating. Cool. All right, maybe
Is it?
it's almost time. I'll give it
you
a 2-minute warning on this one.
hold that back up again
If you have already finished,
and freeze it?
if you
Ah,
have
the
already
color's
finished, you can add a couple
beautiful.
details. There's like some fun circles which represent bubbles. You could add some bubbles, but we don't want to add too many details yet because we have to fill out this whole paper, and I don't want to like take up space. Okay, I haven't even finished my fish yet. Okay, eyebrows, which are only there for expression. Although that being said, there are some kind of patterns on fish that appear to be eyebrows, but they're not actual hair like humans. But these are expressive fish, and one's sleepy, one's happy, one's super happy up here. And then this guy must be swimming in his sleep. That's what my dogs do. They'll be like, "Rah, rah, rah," at the foot of my bed. And I'm like, he's dreaming about carrots and squirrels again. All right, 1-minute warning. I gotta make this.
Oh my goodness.
I know. But you guys know if you've drawn one, you can draw 100 of them. So you can always come back and finish these. Well, that's interesting. Maybe we should do no, we'll come back and do the shrimp. I was gonna say we're gonna do these shrimp, but they're so similar to the ones we just drew. I want something like a little completely different. And this next one is like as good as it looks. I promise. These are the lovely puffer fish. Okay. Boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, Zoya, let's see. Oh, Zoya, that's so sweet.
That's awesome. So
And I love all the
change the direction
movement.
on that. That was really good.
And I love the hair, that mohawk.
Yeah. I usually don't draw boys, and then the boy at the mohawk.
That was well done, Eric. Hold that a little bit further away from your screen.
Spencer.
I knew that. Thank you, Spencer.
Every time.
A
Gets
little
us
bit
every time.
further. There you go.
Wait,
Thank you, Spencer.
toy rocket. Making toy rockets because I literally have one right here. Are you gonna have time for Pokemon?
I think Pokemon is going to be on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Pokemon's Wednesday day. But I mean, if I can find one on my phone, I think I have one in there. Yeah, maybe. Grandma, if you want to text me a Pikachu, we could squeeze that in. Okay, so going back to our original idea from that I tried to introduce in the beginning, I think it's going to become a little bit more obvious. Is this idea of theme and then variation. So each one of these pufferfish starts with a circle, starts with a big circle. And then it's got 3 fins. He's got a little bit of a mohawk at the top. We've got a mohawk at the top, these 3 fins at the top. And then we've got 3 fins for both arms. And then they've got 2 eyes because all of them are facing us. Some of the eyes are closed, some of the eyes are open. And then they have mouths. Each mouth is a little bit different. And these pufferfish have a very different mood, I think, than the happy fish that we just drew. Usually pufferfish, when they're being attacked is when they, blow up like that. So this is like kind of a fun cartoon. So I don't think anybody's like actually attacking the pufferfish right now. It's just, this is how they look. This is kind of how pufferfish look their best, is when they're blown up like this, because they're perfectly round. And
It's so
then
funny.
then they have all these other spikes too. So now this is part of a picture that has hidden images. So do you guys see this green pickle right here? So this whole, I got the drawing from a hidden picture sketch. So in my other class, we drew these. Some kids drew the pickle. Some people left the pickle out. I also think that the reason that the spikes on the pufferfish aren't pointy, like aren't triangles, is because they wanted to hide the pickle in the fish. So when I think of pufferfish, I think of like, you know, triangular sharp spikes coming out. So I might change my pufferfish to be a little bit more spiky. But that's up to you. So let's get this together, and I'm gonna draw the guy in the top first. Even though he might be in like a different position, and you can move these anywhere you want on your underwater scene. So I'm gonna start with a circle. Okay, yeah. Oh, nice, thank you. And then let's do, I don't know what I did. I mean, let's do the eyes first, because some of the eyes are low, some of the eyes are high in the circle, some of the eyes are like right in the middle. So this guy, his eyes are up top, meaning they're in like the top half of the circle. And then we got a pupil. There's also something about when pupils are really small, and you know, all you see is like a pupil in the round part of the eye. It's also very, very expressive. So like, again, these are not the happiest of pufferfish, but what are you gonna do? Okay, let's do the mouth. The cheeks are all puffy, not to be redundant, but the whole body's filled up. But like, in order to make the fish look like, you know, like we would, if we were to puff up our faces, like we would have puffy cheeks. So part of the way that the artist communicates that idea of puffiness is by giving the fish puffy cheeks, even though I don't think their cheeks puff up, and they have beaks anyway. They have like these little weird beaks. Okay.
Excuse me, Trevor.
Yes, Dace.
Can you do the example of the puffer fish?
No,
puffing
no, I will. I already
again.
I already did it. No, I'm not going to.
I missed it.
I'm not going to have you take a screenshot of my cheeks all puffed up.
I wasn't even considering that.
To pass around to the adult class. These look good. Nice jellyfish.
Never.
All right, I'm drawing too slow. I'm going to pick it up here. All right, we got 3 fins at the top. We've got 3 fins on the side. And when I say 3 fins, I don't mean 3 fins. I mean 1 fin, but it's got 3
Is it Eugene?
3 little arches.
Hold that up again.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
That's Zoe.
Yes, that's Zoe. Hold that up again, Zoe. And hold it nice and still. Lovely. Thank you.
Where there was eyebrows on the other one, it seems like that little accent on the outside is kind of all around the eye, adding like a further sense of like stress. Him trying to like keep all that, you know, all that water on the inside, blowing himself up. And here we go. I think we can just like free form it on the. There's basically 2 types of spikes. There's a spike that's seen on the side of the fish, kind of in profile, and then there's spikes that are inside the fish. You know, that worse when you look at the fish, there's spikes that don't go on the outside. And I feel like more is more, as long as it's not too much. Oh my gosh, the hair is so cute. Who's ever seen a pufferfish with a ponytail?
I know.
Oh,
I
oh
did now.
my
We
goodness.
all have now. Congrats.
Hold that nice and still. That's so cute.
All right.
Thank
I'm gonna do the 2 puffer challenge. Let's try to do the 2 puffer challenge, where you try to draw 2 puffer fish at the same time. Step by step. So there are 2 circles. And then we need 2 sets of eyes. One eye is asleep. One set of eyes is asleep. The other set of eyes is like the dad or whatever, the papa. And the eyes are open. There's a pupil on the inside. And then there's these like strain marks, almost like eyelids, but yeah, they could be like upper eyelids and lower eyelids. Now there's no beak, there's no nose, but there is the mouth. And this one, it even looks like it has a little beak in there. See a little triangle in there? This other guy, he doesn't even, the one that's asleep, it just looks like he's chewing. He's not even like blown up. He's just chewing on some pufferfish food. All right, we got the 3 arches at the top, the 3 arches on the top, 3 arched fins on the side. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll do 3 on this side. Now, I have, what I just noticed was that almost like a leaf, you know, a leaf has like a broad, you know, the width of the leaf, but then there's like a center of vein that's like gives it the structure. And I'm wondering, I think I left that out. If you look at the fins, there's in each one, there's like a center, which gives you like a straight line, 3 straight lines in each one. Now, if you drew yours a little too small, like the one at the top here, I don't even think I could fit it in. Maybe I can. Super small. It's just something that I'd noticed about the drawing that I did not notice before. These bumps, it makes it look like it looks like he's got like a zit or something on his face. Like the round ones don't work as well. I think the pointed ones really make it look like a pufferfish. I actually owned a taxidermied pufferfish for a little while. And then you can eat pufferfish. You just have to, it has to be prepared by a master chef, because there's a part of the fish that's lethal, meaning that if you eat the fish, it'll kill you. So you have to like, there's a tradition, I guess, where the chef comes out and has to take a bite first, so that it's make sure that it's safe to eat.
Like, what is the person called who tests for the king?
Yeah, food tester.
I think he has a name, a proper name.
Oh man, I love this guy. It doesn't look like they're moving, which is kind of interesting. Notice the one that has the pickle, he's turned to the side a little bit. That might be another interesting move, where he's turned so far to the side you actually see his tail. And I didn't draw that guy. I'm just drawing 3 of each, I think, today. I don't know. If you have finished, you can put some bubbles. I feel like bubbles will be a theme for our underwater picture. There is. We're gonna move to the jellyfish next. Now I have to warn you, one of the jellyfish is an ice cream cone. So when you look at the jellyfish, and you're like, "That's not a jellyfish; it's an ice cream cone with tentacles." And I'll tell you, you're right. It is an ice cream cone with tentacles. And it was meant to look like a hidden picture, but it just looks like an ice cream cone. And maybe we'll start with that one first. Because we did fish. We had two different types of fish. Now we need to like something that's like a little bit, it's almost like a lot different. And then we'll add some smaller fish, maybe some dancing fish, maybe some squid. And then we definitely need some, what is it called? Seaweed. We'll put some seaweed in our picture too. Okay, 10-second warning on the pufferfish. Those are so, yeah, what's your question?
Fish.
Can I see?
Oh, I'm seeing several at one time. Jenna.
You should
Hold
be
that
really
nice
proud of
and
that. I'm glad you
still.
did one. You did one from the side. That
Very
one from the side is great.
And let's see, Zoya.
So as we
Let's-
go, as we accumulate more drawings, you want to be able to insert the other ones so that they look good
that bow
next to.
tie.
You want all the drawings to fit together nicely. Yeah. So I know
Zoe.
when we add these, make sure they're not too far away or too close.
Great.
Yeah, these are great.
See if I
These
can
groupings are great. And I recommend whenever you guys draw on your own, you should draw at least two. Say you draw one thing, like say you draw like a starfish. Try to draw 3 starfish because each time you do it, you'll get better. And it becomes easier, and then you remember how to do it. Okay, here comes these jellyfish. I don't know, was somebody trying to talk? Oh no, I hear a little buzz. It's all good. The jellyfish, I think, are a little, they just have a different personality than the other two. And I'll hopefully, I think you'll understand when I show it. Move this up here. They're like a little spacey. I don't know what, I'm not trying to judge these jellyfish, but you'll see what I mean. All right, we've got a school of fish on the right. They actually fit in. Look at that. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I have to do this. I have to cut off. Oh, look at, there's the top of the water. I have to cut off the fish that is the ice cream cone. He has tentacles that come down like this. I just have to, I mean, whatever. I have to crop it for my own picture. Which one should we do first? Should we do the ice cream cone first, or maybe we'll do that one second? Let's do that one second. All right, so I'm gonna do this guy first. I actually wrote first right there. All right, let's do it.
I always ask for extra.
The fun thing is that you can actually think about ice cream. I know you already have your jellyfish. You can actually think about ice cream as you're making the jellyfish. So I'll show you what I mean. So this is the scoop part. So the scoop part goes up and over, and it's really round, like really round. And then where there's like the excess, where it's like the buildup of like, the chunks of ice cream, that's what this kind of represents. But on the jellyfish, it's actually more beautiful. It's almost like this little skirt. It's like where the bottom of the jellyfish turns into, a different, it's the outside is where it's like aerodynamic. And then the inside is where there's like, actual anatomy happening, where it's got its, gills and whatever a jellyfish has. This is kind of the dividing line. This is kind of a protective outer layer. So in one sense, you can think about it as a ball of ice cream. The other sense, you can think about it like a jellyfish. So the jellyfish tentacles, in this case, there's like a group of almost like a string of beads. Do you see this little string of beads? The tentacles come down. There's 2 on the left, 2 on the right. And then you have these up here, which I was like, you know how jellyfish can sting you? I've never been stung by jellyfish. I know people who have, and it's, it can be like it can be kind of nasty. I think you have to pour vinegar on it, and it'll like it makes the acid, it neutralizes it. Anyway, this jellyfish looks like he's got 2 arms that sweep up, and then these 2 little like they almost feel like little hands, and and I'm like thinking like maybe that's the part, there's these little dots on there. Maybe that is the part that would be poisonous. Anyway, he could be a poisonous jellyfish. He could be a not poisonous jellyfish. Either way, you have some tentacles that are going to be curving down, 2 in the middle, and then 2 on the outside. If you look at this guy up here, the 2 in the middle are longer than the ones that are on the outside. So theme and variation, all of the tentacles, the 2 in the middle are longer, the 2 on the outside are thinner. I'm gonna add some, I can add some dots. In my other class, one of the kids made triangles instead of circles. I was doing ovals, so they were longer, so that I could cover more of the string. But this is your own. I mean, this is your own jellyfish, so you make the tentacles however you want. But there's a lot of those little dots, so it is, know that it might take a little bit of extra time. Ooh, maybe I'll end with a little arrow. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so 4 tentacles and then 2 arms. Wink. Also S curvy. You know, these are like short S's. The arms are long S's. Long S sweeps into these little fan-shaped hands. We haven't even talked about the face yet. So let's finish this one, and then we'll move into the 2 jellyfish at once. The eyes.
Is this
The eyes look like they're really wide set. No, it's not a warning or anything. The eyes look really wide set, and then another kid was saying that these looked like Pac-Man ghosts. You know Pac-Man ghosts?
Yeah.
And then they have eyes like that, and then they have like little mouths that run like that. It's not that different. I don't know. I don't know if that's exactly what the Pac-Man ghost looks like, but I'm just gonna turn him into another jellyfish because I'm here. I might as well. Okay, so but this jellyfish is way happier. He's got a very rounded smile with teeth. I mean, I'm pretty sure jellyfish don't have teeth, but this one does. How about that one? Because there's the highlights in the eye, if I drew the outside of the eye, maybe I will draw the highlight first, just so I know I don't color that in. And then I'll do the arc and make half the eye dark. And then the other half light. But I hope that I don't. It's kind of hard not to fill in the highlight. Did I do it? Sort of. We'll do the. So a lot of times what you'll find too is that artists, they repeat the same. They do things a lot of the same way a lot, and that's good. That's like how you have like your own style. I was just thinking like the pufferfish have these big cheeks, and the artist wound up using cheeks for the jellyfish as well. And there's like, if you smile really hard, sometimes your cheeks, come up and like, they lift up. Your whole face lifts when you smile. Yeah. So you can see the roundness on the tops of your cheeks. And that's how this picture, the jellyfish doesn't have eyebrows, but he's still showing his expression, not through the eyebrows, but through the cheeks. And that's interesting to me. I mean, you could also make him even look even happier if you gave him, happy eyebrows, but it might be too much. All right, team. Hopefully, oh, this guy's got movement too. There's little 2 hatch marks on this side, on this side. He's got bangs. He's got bangs. His bangs looks like there's 3 little tufts.
Finally, somebody had hair.
I know. Finally,
yeah, right?
Speaking of things that are resting on top of things' heads, if I zoom out further, can you see the octopus? In the octopus drawing, the artist hid a fried egg on the top of his head, which I think is hilarious. This is the composition. So hopefully you guys are accumulating a lot of characters. All right, let me zoom back in, and we'll do 2 at once. The 2 at once challenge. And if you have your extra board, I'm not going to teach these, but the fish on this side are kind of fun. They've got really puffy lips. Okay, the 2 at once challenge. I'm going to make a really small one on this side, like he's far away, and I'm going to make a normal size one on this side. So I did the rounded ice cream part. Now I'll do the skirt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll do the skirt on this side. Pew, 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 pew. I guess we got to make one into an ice cream cone. That's just, why not? So I'll make this one an ice cream cone. Maybe we'll make 2 ice cream cones. Small ice cream cone. The ice cream cone part is going to be a triangle. And then, the universal sign for waffle cone is a grid. A checkerboard. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm adding the checkerboard to the triangle. And I'm not saying that waffle cones are the best, but I might believe that to be true.
They are the best.
Okay, thanks for guys. Listen, I'm not gonna. Everyone's got different tastes, but waffle cones are real good. The waffle cone guy, instead of having bangs, it looks like he's got some like hot fudge or some kind of sauce on the top, which is hilarious. And then the ice cream cone is sleepy time, so his eyes are closed. Although he's very content. He's got a very content smile on his face. So it's like 3 U's. I'll make this guy over here. I'll make him awake. 2 eyes, and then the classic jellyfish smile.
You know, I'm thinking pickle, ice cream cone, egg.
What? Pickle ice cream cone. Oh yeah. Oh, in terms of hidden images.
Yeah, what am I going to eat when this class is over?
I'm going to eat my almond sea salt chocolate from Lake Champlain.
Oh, that sounds good.
I'm like, that's my little treat. Okay, sorry. I got distracted. All right, so we got 2 arms, which are long S curves, and I know I'm doing it in different order. I'm just I'm just like almost showing you that you can do things in different order. I mean, I know you know that, but moving it. And then we'll do, even though it is a waffle cone man, we'll give him his tentacles just the same. He deserves it. And I didn't think it would make a difference, but the tentacles that come down that don't have that don't have dots, they don't have the same. They need something more than just the curve. So I like the fact that there's it's like a string of beads, and they look better as beads than just the strings. And it really does unifies all of the jellyfish. Did anybody color this one? Maybe I'll color this guy in red. I have to admit though, with drawing on the blue paper, it looks cool, but the colors just don't stand out. I wonder if blue would stand out because it's already blue, like a dark blue. I'll make my ghost, my jellyfish ghost blue. Looks better.
Oh, I like the blue.
It could be colored pencils. It could just be because colored pencils are really designed to be on lighter paper, if not like pure white paper. So I think that's where colored pencils look their best, or on like black paper, like really high contrast. They don't hold up that well against the blue, but it's worth a try. I mean, it's worth a try, and it does feel like it's underwater. I wonder what orange looks like. Blue and orange are kind of complementary opposites, so you never know how it could go. That orange.
They are. Blue and orange are complementary colors. I learned that in art class.
Yeah, but like they don't. But does that mean they always look good next to one another? I don't know.
No, that means they enhance.
Oh, they enhance each other, so that orange looks brighter than it would.
It's like they stand out against each other.
Let's see. Actually, you guys are here for a magic moment. Look at this. I have my candle. See how it's all the way burnt down?
Yeah.
Now it's time to replace it. I like to replace it when there's still lots of wet wax in there, so it holds the next one in place. Oh yeah. That's gonna be so strong. once it dries. Yes. I'm so glad you guys were here for that. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see where we are. We've got about 10 minutes left. I think we should start maybe doing some seaweed at the bottom. Wow, these are great. These are really happening. It's happening. All right. Yeah, we might need some like little. Maybe we need some like little guys. Should we make some? Should we try those little shrimpies? Let's go back. Let's go back to where we started, and we'll do the shrimp. That's epic. That is epic. Great work. Okay. Yeah, you guys are definitely gonna have to have your parents send these to me. Should we do a quick? Let's do some seaweed quick, so that you can add it at that point. We'll do a couple varieties of seaweed, and then we'll finally go back to the shrimp. I promise we'll get to the shrimp. But the seaweed will make for an interesting, it won't just be creatures, it'll be animals as well. Okay, so this is a good one.
That's nice, Spencer.
And whichever ones you use, you can like use them over and over again. So I'm gonna like start with knowing what kind of where the bottom is. And then there's 3 sets of seaweed.
Nice.
These do look good. So the seaweed generally starts wider, almost like a tree of a trunk. It starts wider and it gets narrow as it goes to the top. But it's supposed to show that it's like kind of weightless. Like kelp is kind of like it grows in water, so it grows kind of in a weightless type of existence. So here's I may have drawn that even a little too big. That's okay. So it comes to the top, and then it's not that hard, but you just kind of come down the same track that you came down before. And now you got up one side, down the other. If it was a tree, I would build it in parts. Like I would kind of go this side, that side, this side, that side. I don't actually care which way you do it. But you want to get the weightiness. And these two are not overlapped by any seaweed. So there seems to be a little stitching. It's not stitching, but it's a little texture that runs up along loosely the middle. It doesn't have to stay completely in the middle, but these little stitching, those little ticks, this is like the language, this is like the marks that represent seaweed for this type of seaweed. And I think it kind of works. It could almost be like a road. You know how in the middle of the road there's like, dividing lines from left lane to right lane? It kind of looks like that. Okay, so these two, I'm not going to say are easy, but the next layer is going to go behind this layer. So watch this. So I'm going to go curve this way. It's going to disappear behind, and it's going to come back this way. And it's almost like a snake. It almost snakes up. So this one goes this way. And then you don't get to see a lot of it because it's covered by the one that's in front. So you have to kind of you got to keep it together in your head. The front ones, you can see the whole time. So that's not so hard to do. The ones behind it, you've got to use your X-ray vision and see behind the first seaweed. Yeah, yes. So that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. I'm going to add 1 more. I'll make it easy on myself, and I'll run kind of through the middle. And then that's at least for this side. Then I'll come back down around. I guess it disappears behind there, but it might go there. Might go there. Ooh, maybe it comes out through the bottom. I can live with that. And being able to think about things in front, think about things in back. It's nice when you have seaweed because the seaweed, it's not like it can be any size, it can be any shape. Okay. Honestly, I think you guys, I'm going to keep this vision on here. We've got 5 minutes left, and I promised you I would do these shrimp just because they're like it's the happiest shrimp family you could ever imagine. and they're moving. So they're moving, and we did draw the fish originally. So I think that if you look at our fish, the first fish that we drew, the shape of it, it's a lot like the shrimp that we're about to draw. Instead of the tail coming up, poking up, the shrimp starts with a circle, and then the shrimp's body curls down. And instead of having a heart shape for the tail, they've got 3. It's almost like the bangs of the jellyfish, or even like the fins of the puffer fish. And when I say easy, I mean, watch this. This is how you draw the smiley face. It is like 2 dots and a smile. I don't think there's an easier way of drawing a smiley face. 2 dots and a smile. He's got stripes that are dots. He's got fins that are just little, they look like little curves. What are those? Look like little toenails or something. I was learning about onyx. Have you ever heard of the stone onyx? That stone onyx came from, I think it's Aphrodite. The story is like Aphrodite. Is Aphrodite the most beautiful? Yeah. Anyway, so like her son, I think, was like messing with her, poking at her, and a little piece of her nail came off. And because she was so beautiful, everyone else, all the gods wanted to preserve even the little fingernail or toenail. And so then they turned that nail into the stone onyx, black onyx, which I never knew that story. And since these are little black like marks, I thought it would be an interesting segue. So the term onyx comes from I think it means like black nail. Looking good, y'all. Cool. Like, all right, so let's see how many little shrimpies we can draw in 3 minutes. So they're smaller, and I drew the small one, but we can also get the big one in here. We
You
have
mean 2 minutes?
Now 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah.
And then we'll do the curve of his tail. We know he's got to have 3 fins on the end of his tail. We can have his eyes closed with a smile. We've got some dotted stripes. And then this guy.
And feel free to show yours if you're
here,
even close to finished or finished.
So I don't eat shrimp personally. They don't agree with my stomach. But I think I have seen that they do have tentacles, and I think that's what these dots are. You see these dots that are sticking out of its head? I think those are tentacles. I know lobsters have those too.
Is that Zoe? Oh, hold on 1 sec. Hold that. Oh, look at that blue fish. Hold that nice and still. Oop. There we go. Oh, how sweet is that? That blue is beautiful. Very nice.
I love the dotted stripes. So
we have more color.
The squid are actually kind of similar to the first fish that we drew. What a beautiful composition. That looks so good.
Really beautiful.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for putting this together. It takes a lot of drawing for an hour is not easy, and making having
Patrick,
being able
nice and still, Patrick.
being able to fit all these different components together and make it look good. That takes a lot of creativity.
Closer to the screen. Yep, there you go, Patrick. Excuse me, Trevor, can we see your finished product under the sea?
Mine doesn't look that good because I had to turn it around. So I can show you. I can show you these. I can show you the whole thing, except the puffer fish are just swimming sideways, and then the original fish are swimming upside down.
Okay, that's okay. I'd still love to see it.
It has to do with the zoom. It has to do with the zoom. So now watch it. I can cut them out. Oh, that's what I should do. Here, do they look better there? They look so much better there. Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, yes.
I'll put these guys here. My pufferfish below. Tucker, how's Tucker doing? Hey, how's
He's-
Tucker feeling?
You know, he's feeling fine. He's just bony boy.
He's just too skinny, huh? Maybe there's not room for all of my pufferfish, or I could cut them. That one there.
Yeah.
Looks good. This one here. Maybe I'll put this other pufferfish towards the top. Like right here.
Put it in the top corner.
I have my little teeny my snow cone jellyfish.
And if you can move the
Guys,
whole
how's rock climbing?
composition.
Did you
We did
you
flips
did
today,
it
but
safe? You were safe though, right?
We did flips today, but I refused to do it because we both refused to do it.
Why? It is a little serious. No, we did Puppy Island last week. We're gonna do
Why is it so big?
we're gonna do Under the Sea. We can sing we can sing
Me too.
we can sing the Little Mermaid the whole time. All right, hey guys, that was super fun. It's 11:02. If your parents can send me these photos, I know Stacy's taking some screenshots, but I don't know. This was really fun.
Yes.
And next week, I think we're going to go back above ground. And we'll probably be able, since we had a request for some Pokemon, we can do a Pokemon. And then I think we are actually going to do a rocket ship. Do some space, probably some space themed, some drawing.
I don't do
Thank you.
Stay. I'm gonna do it on
You-
Saturday.
Right now, I know Saturday. We're going to do Pokemon next Saturday and rocket ship next Saturday. I'm talking about Saturday's class. So.
Thank you
great work,
so much,
everyone.
Mr.
So good to see
Twist.
you. Hey, you're so welcome, Stacy. Can
Everybody
I see
have a
stuff,
great
please?
week.
You
Bye.
sent yours, Stacy, too.
Wait,
Okay.
I drew this.
Let's take a
Wow.
look.
So yeah, it's so good.
Oh,
I love
hold
it. There's
on,
so much
Zoya. Hold that
personality.
nice and
Those are the
still.
little
Oops.
shrimp,
A little further away from
Jenna,
the
can I see yours real
screen
quick?
and freeze it. Thank you. Thanks, Zoya.
A little closer, Jenna.
Jenna, freeze that. Very
I'm
nice.
glad you used the whole paper. Lasia, can I see yours now? I've got a second. I've got 2 seconds. Bye, y'all.
The book is in plain sight. Yeah, it is.
That looks good. And then Brooke.
Can you hold that a little
Or not,
closer?
yeah. The
to the
Winstons are in the
screen
house.
area?
Oh my gosh, I didn't even see you guys there. Can I see the Winstons?
And
Lasia, it's beautiful. The colors are fantastic.
You saw Winston?
yes.
It's the Winston family is in the house. Let's see. Replace pin. Lasia, amazing.
And Brooke,
Yes.
hold that nice and still. Excellent.
All right, so
Excellent.
it looks like we'll do some colors. We'll get some colors next week.
Hold that up, Brooke.
That is what I'm talking
Thank
about.
you. That puffer fish is amazing.
All right, this is classic. It's good to see you guys. Give my best to your folks. See you later, all.
Thank you again.
You're welcome, Stace. Bye.